Dub. Healing. It's a healing and it's a blessing, man. Life learned lessons, man. No hate, just faith, releasing a lot of weight. Pressure on your shoulders, who you run to conversate. Money coming in and I ain't. So tonight, it's my first time doing this, man. First, I want to give thanks to the Lord for giving me the idea, giving me the strength to do this. I'm new to this, so I ain't true to this yet. But I'm Dog Official. And this right here, it's called Chillin' with Dog. We let out our events, positive notes, anything that's helping you receive the energy from me. Today we're gonna talk about guidance. Something that we all need and something that we all be acting like we don't need. You know? Sometimes it takes a lot in us to accept guidance. It takes a lot in us to appreciate the guidance that we be having. Even myself, I remember a long time ago, as a youngin', I would never listen to nobody. Hard-headed little child. Till it took that one time where I had to open up my eyes and see it. I had to start saying to myself, it's time for me to listen to my guidance. You know, scaring all the good people out of my life and not hearing what they were saying to me until I started hitting walls. Once I started hitting walls, that's when I started understanding, like, man, hey, people was telling me to go this way, but I kept going that way. People was telling me to stay on this side of the track, but I wanted to be on the other side of the track. I wanted to be cool. Guidance ain't really hit me until I found myself inside them jail cell walls. And I found the good Lord. When the good Lord touched me, that's when I really seen the guidance. That's when I knew right then and there, like, I was protected. And if I needed anything, or if I needed any direction, I know who to go to ask for. And we always got our peers and our friends, but sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes they going the wrong way. We can't really follow them. But what I can say is, God has got me through a lot. Through the times I was homeless, through the times I was in need, through the times I needed help with trying to find love. Guidance from the Lord, guidance from peers, even guidance from off the internet. You know? Big shout out to all the inspirational people out there that's doing things out there to touch people and lift their hearts up and let them know they still got a chance. God didn't show me so many ways to, you know, not do certain things, not move certain ways, not to go against the grain. I go against the grain anyway sometimes. Sometimes he be showing me what type of people that I be dealing with. And I still try to deal with them anyway. Knowing they bad for my soul. Knowing they ain't right for me. But see, learning what forgiveness really is, the good Lord showed me, like, it is a such thing as second chances. You know? And it's up to them people to ruin that second chance. But see, with that guidance, sometimes he guides you right into a better chance than giving somebody else a second chance. You know? Putting you in the hands of certain things or certain people that can show you a better way of life. Sometimes we take advantage of that, though. Because we end up, you know, backtracking and trying to pull them same people that we were supposed to leave behind with us. And while God trying to guide us to go that way. Not even God. Shoot. Even the peers that we have around us telling us, man, don't fool with them. They're going to have you going the wrong way in life. And we ain't listening to them. We still like, nah, they cool. They're my people. I love them. They got to come with me. Whole time, they still tugging on you. Telling you, nah, man, you can't leave me down here. You can't leave me down here. And now you stuck down there. Whole time, your peers and God been trying to guide you away from that. We too busy trying to follow our hard head and not trying to leave what's not right for us behind. But with prayer, hard work, and understanding, we end up eventually getting it. Eventually, the right person, then on top of that, the right timing, then on top of that, the right entrance, the right door end up opening up. And we take that one door, and we be like, forget that, I ain't going back, bro. I can't come back for you. I love you. I love you to death, but I can't come back for you, man. That door done opened up. I gotta keep going up. I gotta keep going up. You know, if we run and cross paths again, just know, I'm gonna always remember you in my heart. When you want better for yourself, eventually you'll start following the guidelines of being better for yourself. You know? And you know you're gonna get a lot of backlash when you're trying to go up in life. A lot of people gonna be looking at you like, oh, you acting bougie or you acting different. But you really not. You still the same person. You're just more connected with your inside now. You know who you are. You know what you're worth. You've been guided to be who you need to be in life. And that's to be a better person than what you was in life. You know? Yeah, a lot of people gonna look at you strange. They're gonna have things to say. But you gotta come to a point in your life to understand, like, it don't matter what they say. I know where I'm at now, and I know where I'm going. We always losing what we don't need. And we lose it at a time where we need to be going this way, going to the top. It hurts so bad to lose them people. But we got to take the initiative to understand, like, them people ain't good for us. They've been holding me back for all this time. They've been getting in the way of all type of stuff that I've been trying to do. They've been interfering with all my love life. They've been interfering with my money. They've been interfering with my spiritual side. You know? I remember even when I used to smoke weed. Smoking heavily. Been smoking weed since I was 15 years old. Burning them trees. I finally stopped last year in August. The best trees I smoked was going out to California, though. What I'm getting to with this is, smoking them trees, I couldn't follow no guidance. I couldn't follow no rules. I couldn't follow nothing. I was cloudy. I was blinded. To each his own, though. If you smoke, it might help certain people, you know, but it still had me in a lazy state of mind to a point where I couldn't maneuver or I couldn't think the way I needed to think to get to where I needed to get to, you know, making silly mistakes, you know, turning back for things that I don't need to be turning back for, messing up things that I don't need to mess up. Better yet, it put a big dent in my money, you know. Not trying to tell you to stop smoking, but, you know, it does help. It helps you follow the path you need to be on. It helps you, you know, get away from certain energies that you don't need to have around you. Sometimes it helps you free from certain energies you don't need to be around. I ain't gonna lie, man. Weed is a relaxing thing, but it kept me drowned to a point where I couldn't follow what I need to follow. Certain people, you know, it don't mix well with certain people, especially when you get to a certain spot in your life where you already know, now I got things I'm gonna lose, you know. It's time to start cutting into the budget. It's starting to cut into what I need to handle, you know. It's starting to take up time that I don't need to lose. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Out of all that, I wouldn't change it for the world because I wouldn't be who I am today. You know, I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I needed to learn when I was going through the certain things that I was going through. But see, that's where guidance came in at. Guide me through all them loopholes and all them paths. You know, certain walls I wasn't supposed to hit, but I hit them anyway to teach me not to hit it again. And I'm one of them people where it's like, I learned my lesson off the first strike, you know? Sometimes I don't though, because sometimes me, myself, deep down inside, I feel like, you know, maybe I can change the situation. Maybe I can get a person to see it my way. Maybe I can get them to come the same way I'm going. But then eventually, man, you end up, if their mind ain't on right, they end up hurting you. You end up messing up things in your own path. But then, you know, if you're a smart human being, you got your head on right, the good Lord will guide you out of that. But with the conclusion of all that being said, man, guidance is one of the biggest things that we be needing in life. Somebody that can guide us in the right direction. You know, guide us into a spot in our life where we're comfortable and we're happy. Even if it ain't your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your cousin, whoever, you always know you got a higher power that you can pray to. It's up to you to follow the signs. It's up to you to walk down that pathway. It's up to you to free yourself. It's up to you to follow the steps that God gave you. Like I said before, man, it's my first time doing this. If y'all can, man, you know, for all the people out there, hit the like, subscribe to my channel. I would surely do appreciate it, man. I'm gonna come with better form with me just starting out, you know. It's just the beginning of it. You know, we'll put some more decorations in here, probably invite some guests. I want y'all to really tune in. You know, we could talk about all type of topics. If you do come on the show, you know, I want you to introduce yourself and give the people some good things about you, man. I don't want to really talk about all your bad business or nothing like that. I'm trying to uplift and keep people moving in the right direction, you know. You got any special things, special events, anything, man, you know? Let's pop off right. It's the year 2026. We're going to open up. Tomorrow, on my next show, I'll probably be talking about something a little bit more different. Probably be a little bit something like the working man, you know? The working man need guidance too. But other than that, man, I want to thank y'all. And like I said, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode of Chilling with the Dog.
Golden Grand, put the sauce on it. Dog. Healing. It's a healing and it's a blessing, man. Life learned lessons, man. No hate, just faith, releasing a lot of weight. Pressure on your shoulders, who you run to conversate. Money coming in and I ain't showed off in a while. Older that I get, I keep switching up the style. They say it's growth, nigga, what you worry about? Wisdom is the key, letting loose of dirty habits, intercepting victories.